I'm very excited to have you here. This is a real thrill for us here at Arrowhead to have this many people come out on Wednesday to support our program and to support your kids. So I just wanted to talk to you just for a brief moment about what we've been doing here. For the last 4 years, we've had the opportunity to have a theater class here. And for 3 of those years, we've been able to do after-school plays. And this is the time when, in our country, the arts and education in general is not funded as it should be. But with the generous help of all of our supporters of Arrowhead Middle School Theater, we've been able to continually provide really excellent programming and offering for kids just like yours. And we want to continue to do that. One of the ways we're trying to do that is by upgrading some of our technical equipment. And so if you saw in your program, we are raising funds through a website called Donors Choose. And it is a great way for teachers to get things that aren't necessarily paid for by the state. And one of those things is new microphones. So all of this excellent equipment that we have is rented, and we would love to purchase something that is equivalent to that. And we've raised almost $1,000 from people all over the country who've been able to support us with that. And if we could raise this next $500 to help us get these microphones, we would get to have all of it. Unfortunately, if we don't meet our goal, then those go back to the people who donated and they get to give to somebody else. So if you could help us over the next 3 days, we are done on Saturday. Tell all your rich uncles and aunts and all your people that you know with all your money to help support Arrowhead Theater. And thank you for sharing your kids with us. We are going to have an excellent program, and I really am excited to see what these kids, they did a great show this morning. And anything you have questions about, or if you want to know more and want to stick around and talk afterwards, I would love to hear all the stories of the things that your kids do, and they are doing amazing work. And thank you for coming out and supporting them. So without further ado, Mother Goose has flown the coop.
You get all that? Don't worry, you will. You ever wonder where those nursery rhymes came from? Old fairy tales? You know, the ones you've heard time and time again. Well, I can tell you where most of them began. You see, I was there when they happened. I had just started my job when it began. Name's Hickory, Sergeant Frank Hickory. My partner here is Little Hickory. We're cops, and this is how it all began. Once upon a time, that's how these things start out, right? And on this day, our clock stopped. So we called in Doc.
Doc's here, Frank.
Hickory. Doc.
The clock struck 1.
Hickory. Doc.
You know, Frank, the animals around here have been acting awfully funny lately.
They usually do.
No, this is different. Some have been acting off and some have been disappearing.
Say, now that you mentioned it, I did get a note from Mary. Says hers was missing.
Yeah, she had a little lamb. Fleece as white as snow. And everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go.
Also, little Boo B has lost her sheep.
And doesn't know where to find them? Leave them alone and love them home.
Wagging their tails behind them. Still,
We'll look into it.
you read my thoughts.
I thought I could find out.
I decided it was time to check my main sources of info, the Little Jack Cafe. I know what you're thinking. Mother Goose usually handles these sorts of civil cases on her own, but every so often, we like to give her a hand. So I go to the cafe and pull up the tunnel.
What do you have?
Say, you're new around here, aren't you?
Just started today. Here's the menu.
What's the special?
Porridge.
Porridge.
Peas porridge.
How's it fixed?
You can have it several ways. You can have peas porridge hot, peas porridge cold, and peas porridge in a pot 9 days old.
I'll have coffee.
Oh, hey, big finger steak. You a cop?
One of the boys in blue, you might say.
Got quite a list of odd occurrences, Frank. Say, you're new here, aren't you?
That's right.
What's your name?
Sugar. Sugar and spice.
And everything nice.
That's what little brother made of.
It's a real dish, isn't it?
I'll come back when you make up your mind.
So, Diddle, what do you have? What are the curiosities? Which animals are doing what? Diddle? Diddle!
Oh. Well, we have a cat and a fiddle. And a cow jumping over the moon. Do we get a warrant for this? And a dog laughing to see such sport.
That dish went away with the spoon!
I'm telling you, someone's a foot, Frank.
We'll grab a bite to eat, and then ask around.
But look out for bugs.
You think this place is wiped for sound?
No, bugs. Bugs, real bugs, creepy crawlers. I got some on the street today. The little Miss Muffet sat on her tuffet, eating her curds and whey. A log came a spider, sat down beside her.
And frightened this muffin away.
You got it.
Curts and Wayne. Yep. Look out. You can. Sure.
So, you want anything?
Heard you're having problems with bugs.
What?
Yeah, the thing with little Miss Muffet.
And you big, strong boys are afraid of that. Maybe it is true.
What's true?
That y'all sniffs and snails.
Hey,
And puppy dog trails.
What about the spider?
That big 2-inch spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out.
out came the sun and dried the ball of the rain.
And me and 2-inch spider went up the spout again.
You want a piece of me? All right, settle down. Everybody.
So, you want anything or not?
Not really hungry anymore. What do you have for the service?
We got a special today, the Georgia porky pudding and pie.
I'll pass. I think it's time we paid a visit to Mother Goose. See if she can shed any light on all this.
Mother Goose, not on the menu.
Duh.
You mean you're gonna go see it, Mother Goose herself?
That's what I meant, Fluff, but she ain't around no more.
She's asking for it, Frank.
Wait. What do you mean she's not around no more?
That's what we heard. Mother Goose has flown the coop.
Now we're serious. We decided our best bet to visit Mother Goose's house. I'm telling you, I don't like any of this. Mother Goose? Anybody home? Goosey? Goosey? Gander?
Whither do you wander?
Hey, that's two.
Thanks.
Those are quite round. I'm telling you, something's wrong around the island.
It's awful quiet here.
I know. Too quiet.
You think maybe someone stole your name away?
Who would do such a thing?
I don't know. Maybe MG knew something you wasn't supposed to.
Almost cut into somebody else's turf.
Yeah. Hey, a note.
Hey, no. Is there a ransom note?
No, it's from Mother Goose's gardener.
Mary?
Quite contrary.
How's the garden go?
With silver bells and... Never mind, I don't think you want to know.
Where's the station went?
To market.
To market.
To buy fat pigs. And home again.
Home again.
Jiggy jig. What it says here.
Curiouser and curiouser.
The sky is falling. The sky is falling.
Hold it right there.
Run for your lives.
Talk about running around like a chicken with a tail off.
Hey,
Oh, sorry.
Alright, what's this all about?
the sky is falling. You hit me on the head.
Right?
The sky falling?
Don't look up. You put an eye out like that.
So something hit you.
Yes.
And you figured it was the sky.
The sky is up. Well, hit me on the head came from up. A equals B, B equals C, ergo.
Ergo.
Therefore, A equals C, the sky is falling.
Well, you can't argue with that kind of logic.
I have others to warn. Anybody know which way the turkey lurkeys? Thank you. The sky is falling. The sky is falling. It's a good day to stay indoors.
I tell you, this is getting serious, dude.
Where do you think Mother Goose could have gone?
Do not know. Wait, what's this?
Another note. Talk about a paper trail.
Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown.
What?
Jill kept tumbling after.
It's a crime wave, Frank. A crime wave. Right here on Fairy Tale Island.
I'm telling you, somehow this is all connected.
How do you know?
Well, first the animals, and now this, it can't be a coincidence. Mark my word, when we find out what's up with the livestock, that'll be our first clue. I just wish I knew which Jack this is. There's literally Jack Porter.
The last time I seen him, he was sitting in his corner eating his Christmas pie.
Thank you, Jack's pride. Didn't eat no fat.
And his wife can't eat no lean. So I won't have anything to do with no animal. At least we know it isn't Jeffrey, and then we'll Jeffrey quick.
Then there's Jack the Beanstalk.
Didn't he trade away the family cow for the magic beans?
Check into that. Hey, remember me saying that we used to be stepping into somebody else's turf?
Yeah.
Well, I think it'd be good if we check into with the fairy godmother. Because she has knows something.
She'll know something if anyone does.
Alright. You go check and see if there's another Jack, and I'll go with her.
If I get a pair of Jacks or better, I'll let you know.
I'll honk my car horn if I hear you.
Give me a couple of humps and I'll come running.
Yep. By this time of day, we'll find her over at the Little Jack Cafe. And yes, it's time we had a little chat with the godmother.
Now, it's all right, my son. Get up, sit down, let's talk. Thank you, godmother, thank you. I don't know which way to turn my wife's turn off again. Now, I'll do it again. So, what is troubling you? Peter, pumpkin eater. I got a wife, but I can't keep it. Can't keep his wife. My lawyer. I heard this story 1,000 times.
Okay, I just did a big favor for Cinderella. She wanted to go to the ball, so I turned a large pumpkin into a carriage. She goes to the ball, gets her wish, bada bing, bada boom. It comes midnight, and she goes in the carriage comes back into a pumpkin. So here's what you do: put your wife in a pumpkin shell, there you keep her very well.
That's great. That's perfect. Thank you, godmother. No, I have been about after all. Maybe you're too up too. Yeah, that's it. Honey, I got a surprise for you. You know how you said you don't pick enough vegetables?
They always come to me. I do what I can.
We got some hands, godmother.
Sometimes the magic works, sometimes it doesn't.
Uh-oh, boys and blue.
Just me, godmother.
Hickory, always a pleasure. Come, sit.
Looking good, godmother. Everything goes well for you, I hope.
Has a little of this, a little of that. Bibbidi bobbidi boo. I make it nice for you. So what can I do for you?
Maybe you already know. Mother Goose, she's missing.
What? Hickory, I can assure you, this is news to me.
Just thought I would ask. I've heard you and her have had words.
She has her side of the street, and I have mine. But Hickory, I can assure you, I wish no harm to the old dame.
Like I said, just thought I would ask. So, also, there's been some strange going on with the animals. Sheep are missing, cows, the whole lot.
Again, this is news.
If you know anything else, I can signal to my partner and maybe we can wrap things up. I'm supposed to hug my car her. What is it?
Ah, thank you, Daphne.
You know something?
Listen, little boy Boo, go blow your horn. The sheep's in the meadow, the cow's in the corn.
Of course! But what drove them there?
That is your side of the street, is it not?
Oh, thank you, Godma. You've done me a great favor.
Hey, maybe you can do a little favor for me.
Sure.
Okay, who's next?
The old woman lives in a shoe. Got somebody trying to show us.
Get a hold of the pie department. He did a good with that rat problem, didn't he? I I wondered how it is with kids.
Well, at least we had found out where the light bulb had gone. But what spooked them, that was still up in the air. Maybe it come down with the rest of the sky, if it indeed was falling. When we got back to the office, we found out we had company.
Look, just let me do the talking, okay? So, stop when you better be next for a shame. Jesus.
Hey, Frank, we have company.
I know. I just did the voiceover.
That's right, officer. There's been some lot going on, and we thought we should check with you.
You're the 7 doors, aren't you?
No. I mean, yes.
Well, are you or aren't you?
We're the dwarves, but they're on 7. That's the my name's Mac.
I thought it was Doc.
Take my laptop around. Oh, you're doing great. Anyways, that Mac is just cranky.
Cranky?
You want to make something of it? Behave. Will you?
Well, so there are only 2 of you?
3. That's Timmy. That's your friend Timmy. Whoa.
Hi there. You want to come out from under there?
No, I'm fine. Thank you. Here it is. But you can see why we couldn't be found.
Fine. Now, why are you here?
Somebody slipped Snow White a mission.
What?
She ate a mouse?
Not that kind of mission. Like, Snow White sang with us for a while, you know?
Oh, I knew that.
Yeah, just a few days she could get back to her feet. Anyway, we left her this morning and we're moving in the morning today. What's the thing while we work with them? Also, will you give it a rest?
And came back home to find her.
Out like a light.
I see. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So you figured someone knocked her out?
That's a fun side of it, and we can finish recording. And that's not all. I'm telling you, then get to the point.
Wait, that's not the point.
Well, we heard you guys were looking for the goose.
So what?
Somebody found the goose in her house.
Who saw her?
Some lady. I've never seen her before.
Is Mother Goose all right?
Is that your sin? She was like acting like she was afraid of me.
And then she up and disappeared. Maybe she doesn't want to go to the post.
Let's not get ahead of the facts.
Will you finish telling me? What? Oh, never mind. There's this.
Oh, great, we have had a lunch here.
Wait a minute.
What?
That was just Snow White.
And that must have been what knocked her out.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
A little queasy.
I was afraid of that. Think it might be poison.
No, I'd get queasy when I was looking at it. Oh, sorry.
Did you see anything else? Do you have anything?
No. Just somebody dressed all in black coming after when we got home. Oh, yeah, that.
Oh yeah, that. Did you describe this person?
I can find it.
Oh. Polly, get in here and bring your sketch pad. She can make a description. She can make a drawing based on your description. Anything yet?
I think when I was here, they picked me up.
This is Polly Wally. She's a sketch artist. You tell her everything. Meanwhile, we'll head over to your place and see if we can find any clues.
Ain't you gonna wait to see her drawing?
Everything's pumping right in there. There are too many of these to just stand around here and watch Polly Wally do it all day.
Sit here.
Gentlemen, let's go.
Oh, wait, there's one more thing.
What? Now it was serious. Now it I hit home. Now it was personal. After I made sure Doc checked out Dado, I decided to go it on my own. I didn't find anything at the girl's house, and Doc was seeing to Snow White. So I decided it was time to take another visit to Mother Goose's house. And on the way there, I found something interesting.
You are, oh queen, you are.
You sure?
You don't believe me? Get a second opinion. Ask the castle mirror.
He will also tell me on the fair.
Oh, Ferris, I thought you said scariest.
What you doing there, Queen?
I'm here for quite time.
You too.
Yes, and that's right. I was at Mother Goose's house. You see, I was involved in a hit and run accident.
Who did you hit and why did you run the scene of the crime?
No, I was the victim. I was the one hit, run down somewhere by Mother Goose.
What? She ran you down?
Yes, and I want her arrested.
And I want to find her.
So it is true. She is finished.
So it would appear, and I have a feeling this has something to do with it.
But what if Lucky walked you think that?
Because of these feathers.
Better than Mother Goose.
Could be.
Well, I have best return to my castle.
Hold it right there, Your Highness.
Yes.
Do you know anything about it?
No, well, I was on my way to see old Mother Hubbard.
What for? What about it?
Didn't you hear? Old Mother Hubbard went to a cupboard to get the poor dog bone.
And when she got there,
The cupboard was there.
so the poor dog had him.
That's the story exactly. And that's why I was saying, you see, here.
A poor dog ate home.
Guess what? I have best be off.
What's this? Must have fallen out of the old lady's purse. Wrinkle on cosmetics, eh? I think it's now starting to take place. I think everything's going to be good. And I think it's time to have a little visit with the godmother.
So tell me, my dear Jill, how is Jack doing?
Oh, my ass, godmother. He broke his car, right?
It's a small island. Things get around.
Anyway, this isn't why I have come to you today. He and I wish to start an enterprise.
What sort of enterprise?
We like to start a magazine.
You can call it Jack and Jill.
I haven't thought about a title yet. You know.
I hope I'm not intruding.
Hickory, always a pleasure. Jill, you wouldn't mind Sergeant Hickory joining a little combat, would you?
Okay, right only.
I can assure you, Sergeant Hickory would not steal your idea.
Jill, just the person I wanted to speak with. I heard about your accident. Jack broke his crown.
Right, and lost 2 feelings.
I thought so. Now, my dear, I have one question. The way I get it, you and Jack were going up the hill.
To fetch a pail of water. In fact, that's it.
That's what I thought. Okay, but my question is, why were you going up the hill?
We were sent up the hill for the water.
Sent? By who?
By Mother Goose, she sent us
Up the hill?
to fetch a pail of water.
Okay. Just one more question. Have you seen anything of a character dressed in black?
No, can't say I have.
I can ask around if you like. Is this character in black up to no good?
Could be. Tell you what, I think it's time I met with all the suspects. I think it's time I present my solution.
You know? Who caused all these crimes?
Hurry, godmother, you got up.
I didn't have all the answers, but I had a pretty good idea and a hunch. I figured it was time to put it all together. And to do this, I needed all the usual suspects.
You know what happened? I got to the party late.
Okay, folks, settle down, shall we?
I got it. It's very good. We got castles here.
I'll make this brief. Where's Doc?
He's not among us at present.
I'll start with that.
Lovely.
So there has been some strange going on around the island. I think we all know that. And I believe they're all related.
Would you get to the point? Some of us have better things to do.
Little nervous, Queen?
Why? No. I'm just anxious to hear your solution.
But have you found Mother Goose yet?
First, does anyone know anything about a poisoned apple?
We found out what.
Oh, not you. Oh, never mind. Let's try this. No, don't worry. I had a feeling that if I spread the word around that I was having a meeting here, you'd show up.
You know him?
We are here, and it's not him.
Mother Goose, where have you been?
I'm so sorry to have caught you for it. You see, well, I had no choice.
You see, she was afraid of what would have happened to her.
Like what, for instance?
Like all the other things that have going on.
You know, don't you?
Pretty good idea. You fill in whatever I leave out. But no, this simply started because of her.
Her? The queen?
I don't know what you're talking about, and I don't think you have a clue either.
Oh, but I do. Right here in this book.
Oh, sorry, Henry, you must be mistaken. This didn't begin with her. This began when I was out my hair and accidentally ran into.
And old lady. No, you accidentally ran into her. And she had just had a note of this.
Where did you get that?
Never mind.
Well, what is it?
It's some cosmetics called Wrinkle On. It doesn't take away wrinkles, it adds them. And you were the old lady. You were the one taking the apple to Snow White.
What?
String her up!
You can't hurt the queen. We don't hate anybody. This is fairy tale art.
She tried to outline her way out with me when I caught her here earlier. Said she was taking one to old Mother Herb.
It's true. You know what they say. Knick-knack, paddywhack. Give a dog a bone.
You were really just throwing me a bone, right, Queen? Trying to get me off track?
It's a lie. Have you been talking to my compact?
Anyway, that's when it all came together. That's when it all came together for me. And you wanted to help an old lady, right? And what did she ask you to do?
Well, yes, it's true about the apple. She told me she was going over to the drugstore to take it to Snow White. She said it was the welcome her to the neighborhood.
Right, you did that. Only thing was, you didn't know the apple was poisoned. So when you gave it to Snow White and she took a bite of it, she passed out.
Sorry, wait. I'm just going to store. I get my book poison.
Mine apple, old news. That's when you saw Jack and Jill, and you ran for them for help.
Yeah, she sent us up the hill.
Fetch a pail of water to bring Snow White around.
And on the way down, Jack slipped, flinging the bucket up into the air and hitting you in the head.
What?
These look familiar?
Oh, sorry. I thought the sky was falling.
Exactly, you did that. And you ran around yelling about you getting hit by the sky and scared all the livestock.
He's giving me the
That's when you went into hiding and you started leaving out homes. You were the one who told us about Jack and Jill.
I'm so weird to tell.
Of course you did, my dear.
Why didn't you just come out and tell us?
All these accidents which I thought I had caused, I thought I'd be voted off the island.
Where would any of us be without you?
We all love you so.
You're pretty much in the dark all the time, aren't you?
Oh, aren't you all so sweet?
So all we need is an antidote from her.
What? Come on, we confess up.
Oh, right. Snow White can be right up to sleep by kiss.
Finally, something I'm good at.
I'm sure he'll do it. He loves the kiss.
That's his answer for everything.
So that wraps up the case. But here comes the hard part.
Hard part. What's that?
Having Prince Charming, my bad, to kiss.
I know the whole time she's behind us. I can't believe you're supposed to stop singing Snow White.
Yeah, so simple that nobody even thought about it until now.
So you see, that's what it is on fairy tale. Another case we can wrap on our books. And now we can.
Everybody, there's been another terrible accident.
What now?
Humpty Dumpty, he sat on the wall. Had a great fall.
Well, on to the next case. And don't you worry, we'll try our best to live happily ever after.
We have to do something! Humpty Dumpty,
Let's give them all one more big round of applause. Really good job. Thank you so much. Catherine, if you could also hit the lights on the wall to open up the house lights so we can have some nice light getting out of here. And one last thing, I know that you guys are all thinking, oh, I left all of my cash at home to give to the project. I have this handy dandy credit card taker on my phone. This is really, you can't miss. It's an awesome opportunity to support your kids doing great things next year. Thank you for coming out. I am very excited that we had this opportunity to have this for our kids. So enjoy your students on the way home and tell them how great they did from me and from everyone here. So have a great night. Have a great night.